Hello and welcome back to Let's Discover Offworld Trading Company. Let's continue on the next Learn to Play scenario. So we're gonna go into the art of the deal. Paolo Rubini will teach you how to win so much you'll get bored with winning. The art of the deal. Paolo Rubini has decided to train you in the art of the deal. He is well known and respected in the high-stakes Martian real estate game. Every endeavor he is involved is a success. His experience in business and colony development will equip you to make the most out of every opportunity. You will learn not just how to win, but how to keep on winning. By the end of your training, you too may be equipped to develop properties like the iconic Rubino Towers or the intergalactically renowned Paulo Plaza Pleasure Dome. Alright, so we are back at Seneca Development, a new generation of great capitalism. Alright, fantastic start. What we have here is a beautiful start to our new Harlem business. We've got a good supply of resources that our customers need, and we are on track for record profits. The problem is that we have competition for their attention, which means that we have competition for their money. Sounds good. How do we do that? Greed is good. The desire for more, regardless of circumstance, is the driving force behind human ambition. We need to identify the high-priced goods required by the colony and be able to beat our rivals to the punch. If we are able to outproduce and outsell our opponents, we will reap the benefits of success. And that means the right stuff. You can clearly see that some of the most expensive resources are food and electronics. We should quickly build more farms and factories so that we can take advantage of these prices. This will give us a nice influx of capital immediately, as well as opportunities to expand ourselves into the future. Let's not count our chickens yet. Get a move on. Farms and factory right away. Alright, so farms. Need more claims. Let's upgrade. Build 3 electronics factories and 1 greenhouse farm. Alright, stock valuation. Nice hustle. I knew Mace's faith in you was not misplaced. Take a look at the list of names in the upper right corner. You'll see everyone who's fighting for New Harlem's business. Each company has 10,000 shares available for purchase. The dollar figure is the per share value of each corporation. Right, so we are at $28 per share. And everyone goes under that. Shares and ownership. Shares of a company can only be purchased in 10,000 shares blocks. Each of those blocks is represented by the 10 blocks underneath the share value. At the moment, you own 4,000 shares of our company. Most companies own a few blocks of their own stock. You can buy 1,000 share blocks of not only your company but any company competing for business in your region. Isn't the goal to use money to make more money? Control and ownership. It initially doesn't make sense to drop liquid assets into stocks, but you have to realize that stock ownership is the equivalent of control. Take note of the way the stock blocks are divided in the middle. If your opponents are able to buy open stocks that exceed that mark, you lose control of your company and become a subsidiary of your rivals. How do I prevent that? Majority control. Once you acquire 50% of your company, that majority ownership is given special status. Your control of the company cannot be removed by buying one additional block, but must be done in one fell swoop, a hostile takeover. Buying stock from the company's founder also accrues a double payment, so any additional stock you purchase becomes a firewall, protecting you against being an easy target. Alright, time to buy some stock. Alright, so we need to sell $20,000 worth of resources and then buy 1 block of our stock. Let's sell some electronics. Can sell some food too. We have a lot of food. Alright, and then we can buy 1 stock. Alright, so sizing up the competition. Congratulations on being the majority shareholder of our company. Our controlling interest would cost a rival over 325,500 to purchase, so the vultures will be kept at bay for a bit. It's time to evaluate our opponents and to spot potential weaknesses. At the moment, Rennie 6 has both the cheapest and the most stock available. I think that's our clear target. Moneymakers. We already have a good amount of production dedicated to food and electronics. We're going to need more glass moving forward. It looks like the price is going to remain strong for the foreseeable future. Let's stay ahead of the curve and commit to increasing our glass production. We have some plans before upgrading, so don't squander your last claims yet. 1 glass cone coming up. Alright, so we need to build a glass cone, sell $1,000 worth of resources, and buy 2 blocks of Rennie 6 stock. Do we have already a glass cone somewhere? Thought we had, but I don't see it. No, there it is. Okay. So let's build it right beside it for that bonus. And we'll sell some stuff. Why can't we buy? Oh, we need 21,000 now. Alright, let's keep selling stuff. There you go. Oh, almost. Continue selling food. Oh, it's this one. Right, so how much do we need more? 15,000, so 5,000 more. There we go. Unfriendly in the utmost. Perhaps we're not progressing as quickly as required. It is our weakness that makes you act with such aggression. It's not our work here releasing an undue burden from your doorstep. Let our work continue. Reassess the rate of rivals, consider another target with your ambition. I believe my assessment is just fine. Masters of the Universe. Rennie 6 seems to have stumbled up out of the gate. It's really a kindness to buy him out swiftly. On the subject of speed, it's time to consider building an off-world market. Out of all the advanced buildings, it is the most costly to construct. It is worth every dollar. The Platinum Rush is the asteroid belt that made certain miners wealthy. We help them unload their newly founded riches and provide them with life supports and other supplies. How does it work? To infinity and beyond. The Offworld Market is a launch platform that can deliver resources to the asteroid mining facilities. You can take a look at the Offworld prices by selecting the rocket icon in the lower left corner of the screen. You can see how much more food is worth off-world than on Mars. The potential profits are so good, you should start construction of an off-world market immediately. Alright, I'm on it. Right, so we need 6,253. So let's sell some stuff here. There we go. It's enough. Why did it just go up? Oh, we need also electronics and glass. There we go. Alright, smoke and mirrors. The Offworld market is a real game changer. By being the first to construct one, you are painting a bullseye on yourself. I suggest you veil your Offworld market from sight by trying to remain under the radar. This is where holographic technology can play a vital role. A hologram can be obtained from the black market, and it allows you to disguise the Offworld market as something more innocuous. I like hiding valuables. Alright, so we need 1,000 to purchase a hologram and sell some food. There we go. Still being built. I'm not sure how a hologram will hide a whole rocket going out to space, but that's alright.
Offworld market is assembled. Our fortune awaits.
Alright, so Offworld market is done. Offworld opportunities. That hologram will protect you from some unwanted attention. Let's take advantage of our brief windows to rake in the dough. You can pull up the Offworld market shipping controls by either selecting the building or the rocket in the lower left corner of the screen. Alright, so here is our prices. Right, so for example, food costs more than double than on Mars. Look at all the numbers. The leftmost prices are the resources value of world. That's the initial number to compare to the Martian prices. The other numbers are the profits from shipping that particular good. Each shipment costs 20 aluminium for the rocket and 20 fuel to launch. Green means profits. Remember, successful businesses are run by decision makers, not mathematicians. The math isn't that hard. Alright, so this green stuff is our profits. So let's launch 100 food. Alright, Offworld shipments. After you set up a delivery with the Offworld market, you have to wait for the rocket to be prepped and loaded. Personally, these are the moments that make me most excited. It reminds me of why I got involved with this venture to begin with. You have to be careful not to relax though. Even though we look to be poised to jump ahead of the competition, we must remain ever vigilant and jealously protect our advantage. How do we do this? Automated launches. Instead of micromanaging individual launches, you need to know how to set up a series of repeated shipments. This begins by pulling up the Offworld shipping controls. Instead of clicking once to order a single shipment, you can shift-click a resource to create a repeat order. As long as the shipment is profitable, a new launch order will be given to an Offworld market. The beauty of this is the ability to queue up a few different resources to watch the money come rolling in. That's a beautiful thing. What a windfall. But it's a well-deserved and properly earned pile of cash. I don't have cash yet. There we go.
Look at all the money.
Nice. So now we have 55,000. So that is a well-deserved and probably earned pile of cash. Now we need to decide what to do with it. We could take these profits and invest in growing our infrastructure, but it's pretty clear that Rennie 6 is in trouble. I suggest we lend a hand. Do not confuse help with a bailout. We need to help ourselves to their moderately priced stock. By doing so, we can aid Rennie 6 into a much needed vacation. Right, Rennie 6 needs a vacation. And we can buy 2 blocks of Rennie 6. And let's set up that repeat launch. So let's shift click on the food. Lending a hand. Looks like you aim to put Rennie 6 out of business. I can't say I disagree. I figure I would help speed the process along to ensure that their conversion to your subsidiary wasn't just a benefit to yourself. Hopefully you'll appreciate this kind of gesture and perhaps return the favor sometimes down the road. Sure. Unexpected dataset. What effects led to such a cruel set of reactions? This was never a predicted outcome. My operating procedures were clear and my execution was without flaw. The models and forecasted outcomes were well within the margin of error. Please do not initiate my early retirement. There is much work left to perform. It's not personal, believe me. Killer instincts. Obviously, Rennie 6 has bigger problems than mismanaging resources and an underdeveloped communication chip. It's time to pull the trigger and buy that 6 block of stock. Once you do that, Rennie 6 will be removed from the equation and the businesses will become our subsidiary. We won't be in direct control of their assets, but the subsidiary does provide a steady revenue stream based on their existing production. Alright, seems good. Right, a subsidiary of our own. There are a few things sweeter than removing a business from the control of a poor manager. Don't get drunk on your success yet. There is still quite a bit of more work to do. Rennie 6 made himself an easy target. I can guarantee that the other two won't go down as easily. That's why we have to build on our success quickly. Upgrade the expensive HQ, start construction of another Offworld market, and improve our production across the board. Alright? So let's upgrade. Let's build another farm. Let's build another electrolysis reactor. And another power generator. And we need another Offworld market. Do you need to buy another hologram for it? Alright, so always be closing. Have you gotten a good taste of what it's like to be winning yet? Wait a minute, do you even know what our corporate goal is here? I rush ahead to implement a business strategy without first breaking down the high-level objective. We need to acquire our competition, which will secure an exclusive trade agreement with New Harlem. I need to buy them out? Unstoppable. I think it's time to get hostile with the parolees. Sam Moreno has already demonstrated a desire to play rough. Their connection with the black market could really dampen our momentum. You're going to try to move quickly, hopefully, avoiding a protracted battle over company ownership. I suggest that you also utilize the black market to purchase an adrenaline boost. It's a safe and legal stimulant that enhances the productivity where it's administered. Using that on the Offworld market should be exciting. Hope this works. Alright, let's give an adrenaline boost to this thing. and then buy a controlling interest in San Moreno.
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
A scavenger HQ has been upgraded. Successful off-world shipment. Make room for the profits.
Right, anything else that we can sell here that will give us a boost? That we have a lot of. We don't have a lot of carbon. We can sell some glass. Sell some glass.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all the money.
There we go. Aggressive maneuvers. Here I was believing that you were all friendly and whatnot, working together to take out a good-for-nothing robot. I'm not sure why you kicked over this particular hornet's nest, but you've got my attention. You should consider leaving us be, perhaps even divesting yourself of your interest in us. That is, if you're interested in surviving out here. I'll survive, thanks. Alright, so hostile takeover. Those 5 blocks of shares Sam was able to buy are just enough to protect her from losing control of her company. Our only option is to take her company out of the equation by staging a very expensive hostile takeover. Instead of buying 1 block of stock, we'll have to buy those remaining 5 blocks as a set. They'll cost us twice the price of a normal stock acquisition. Alright, we can do it. Seems to me that someone should be a little more careful with their refueling of those delivery rockets. Here's a well-known fact you may not be too familiar with. Jet fuel is quite flammable. Perhaps you'd like to move your focus from aggressive and unwanted business takeover to taking better care of your own business. Just a suggestion. Believe me, I'm focused. Alright, time for some closure. I was hoping to avoid this kind of violent activity. There's really no way around it, and Reclamation Industries is not known for their subtlety. We got so caught up outselling everyone that we forgot to protect our second off-world market. Thankfully, the other one is still going strong due to the hologram. See, I asked if we needed another hologram. I just need a little more money. Alright, build a water bomb, build an elemental quarry on silicon, and perform a hostile takeover of San Moreno. Alright, so they blew our thing here. Water pump. There. An elemental quarry on silicon. This is silicon, right? Yeah, it is. That's too far away. Alright, so we need 278k. It's a lot of money. Can we repair this thing? Oh, it's being constructed again? Okay. It's economy, stupid. The aluminium for the rocket, the fuel for the launch, and the glass all cost more than the profits we can make from selling this off-world. We can't decide it's okay to take financial nosedive like this. We could make more money selling that stuff right here on Mars. Okay, yeah. I knew that, I was just checking. Superconductor acquired.
Successful off-world shipment. Make room for the profits.
Alright, here we go. We're just waiting for money to come in now.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Alright, we're halfway there.
Launch affirmative. What a payout. Successful Offworld shipment. Make room for the profits. Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Alright, we're almost there. There we go. Cutthroat skills. I knew you had it in you. This is the kind of relentless drive I wish I could instill in all of my employees. No matter how often I tell the team to be their own CEO and to own their outcomes, they still don't get it. If I'm the CEO, can I give myself a raise? Still work to be done. Don't get too carried away over our success. There is a burning pile of rubble that was our Offworld market. We need to get that repaired and back online. Silas Crichton has been left alone, and if we allow him to get his research on, he'll quickly surpass our production capabilities. Keep the financial pressure going. Alright, I'm focused. Repair the Offworld market. Purchase filthy parrots from the black market. And use parrots near Silas Crichton supply routes. Alright. Let's do this first. Like that.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Less than expected. This is typical behavior reserved for the incarcerated. Are you really so desperate to stifle our progress that you would resort to such depth of depravity? I guess your behavior proves that the line between criminal and corporation has surely vanished. You may hinder our progress at this moment, but realize that science and knowledge will ultimately prevail over greed and ignorance. I'm sure it will. Let's repair that Offworld market. I was wondering how to do that. And now we have to perform a hostile takeover. Past performance. Let's make sure we take care of our investment this time around. I'm pretty sure Crichton doesn't know about our hologram protected Offworld market, so all we need really to do is hire goon squads. Get on that and do not delay. We want to make sure that there isn't a delay in getting both Offworld markets fully operational. Alright, let's get a goon squad here. And we'll start buying stock.
Launch affirmative. What a payout.
A robotics HQ has been upgraded.
Alright, so seal the deal. All of Crichton's available stock have been purchased. The next block of stock you need to buy is under his control. This will cost you twice the value because you are buying it from the controlling shareholder. Our focus will then shift to buying the rest of the controlling interest in his company out. The purchase of that set of 5 blocks of stocks will result in another hostile takeover, and will ensure that we are the exclusive provider of goods and resources for New Harlem. Sounds good. Right, so we need to buy one more stock at 38,000 and then the 5 together. So we'll just continue making money. Alright, organized labor. We need to make sure that Crichton isn't able to get his footing to put up a fight. Many a hostile takeovers is followed by a speedy recovery and a focused response. It's safe to bet that he has a gun squad protecting his Offworld market. You should consider investing in a slowdown strike, which is available on the black market. A targeted area will be influenced by a local union representative, which will disrupt the output of work. This approach bypasses any gun squad protection, since they are sympathetic to workers' rights. Is this how all winners win? Alright, so purchase a slowdown strike. And where is their Offworld market? Right there.
Successful off-world shipment. Make room for the profits.
Alright, so now we need 226,000. It's going up very fast.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Alright, look at all the money. Let's make more money. 8 seconds.
Launch affirmative. What a payout.
You can sell some food here on Mars. Pretty pricey.
Successful off-world shipment.
And buy.
For the profits.
Heck of a job. You stay focused and energized, and you made a deal after deal until your rivals ended up being our subsidiaries. This is the kind of approach you need to continue with if you plan on setting up a winner streak. In fact, if you follow in my footsteps, you will win so often and so consistently that you'll get tired of winning, guaranteed. Believe me, I won't get tired of winning. Alright. Making Mars great again. That's such a jab. Time to build a wall. This is amazing. But if this was Trump, it would go bankrupt. Alright, so that was the art of the deal. Paolo Rubini taught us how to sell stuff to the mining stations outside Mars. And showed us also how to take over other companies in the colony. So that was the art of the deal. It was pretty fun. Actually, I really enjoyed this last one. If you did too, please leave a comment or a like, or just hit that follow button. For now, I'll just say goodbye, and next time we'll try practice games. We will be doing now accepting applications. We will be trying to win a mission with Yoshimi Robotics on applicant difficulty. And thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.